YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV. Yo, Tim Westwood TV. Yo, Michael K. Williams, baby.
What up,
family?
What's
up, man?
What's good?
Yo, you know, honestly, all I see is Omar, baby. That's all I see is Omar. I'm not gonna lie. All I see is Omar, man.
Yeah, brother, man.
That was so you.
Well,
oh my days.
It wasn't so me. I don't know how to take that. I don't know how to take that too.
Oh man, I apologize. Oh man.
No, I'm saying, I first of all, thank you. I'm just playing, and you know, Omar, I'm so proud. I'm humbled to have. You know, I look back 15 years later, and we look at The Wire, and I realize how blessed I was to be a part of something so well received. It was such a voice for my community, where I come from. It's humbling, you know, and it's actually sad that The Wire is still so relevant right now in our times, you know, with what's going on in our community. You know, we must never forget that although The Wire was, in my opinion, an incredibly great piece of entertainment, is the core of what The Wire is based on is unfortunately a very real and true place. And people are suffering in the community. Like men and women died in real life and suffered at the hands of a failed system, so that, you know, I can go run off and make a television show. So we must never forget that, you know, The Wire sits on the shoulders of real people, and it's still plaguing a lot of our communities. You know, 15 years later, you know, what's going on? Like Marvin Gaye said, you know, happy birthday to that man. What's going on? His music is still relevant. 30, 40, we still being plagued by the same issues that what's going on talks about. So,
and what was significant about The Wire? It was so realistic. It just captured the real, you know, just real life, like the
well, because
drama,
it was based on real life.
Yeah.
You know, the real men and women.
Yeah.
You know, Omar was based loosely on a man by the name of Donnie Andrews. God bless the dead. You know, he a lot of those things that Omar did was based on his real life actions before he got incarcerated and paid for the mistakes of his ways. You know, and he came home from prison and came straight to the set of The Wire because he had been consulting them from the prison bars, and. You know, he came home, he got married, you know, to Fran, who her life, the corner was based on her real life. So, you know, the real Omar married the real Fran in real life, you know, and the things, and they bond, and from their bond, their union came a lot of good that they did in the community of Baltimore, you know, and he passed doing like some great things, you know, and they're still continuing his legacy today.
Now, for the character of Omar, where did you draw on that? Did you draw your own experiences, or?
You know, a lot of Omar I fused with my pain. You know, what I felt. You know, growing up in my personal life in Brooklyn. You know, was I a gangster? You know, and all that. You know, and all of that. You know, no, I didn't go around robbing people. You know, but I know what it is to have to feel like an outsider, if you know what I mean. And I know what it feels like to come from a place of so much hurt that, you know, you could kill. You know what I'm saying? Like if you mess with someone who I love, like my mom or my kids, or, you know, I will, you know, have to protect them. I'll lay my life down or lay yours down. You know, I think we all have a little bit of that in us, you know, and that's how I played Omar. I didn't play him as the alpha male or the one that liked to intimidate, you know, just for the sake of intimidation. You know, this is a man that did not curse. He did not sell drugs. He did not use drugs. He did not like fancy clothes, you know, fancy cars, fancy homes. He was into none of that. He was so like not the norm of what you would perceive to be as successful, what success would mean in the hood. You know what I mean? He was anti all of that, and yet still he was respected. And he was openly gay. You know, so I didn't play him from a sense of alpha. I played him from a sense of, you know, you strip a man down so far, you know, you know what I mean? It came from a place of vulnerability, and that's what made him so volatile.
Yeah, and him being gay, that was just such a powerful twist on it as well. It just it was like the ultimate gangster.
Well, if you know, I don't know. If you say so. I don't
Now, you were so Omar in that. Did you find that it just, because everyone would have just looked at you and you couldn't see past that? Like, did that affect you personally?
Yeah, in the beginning, you know, the love that I was receiving based on that character
Yes.
was a little bit offsetting for me at first. You know, I come from a damaged background. I have issues, low self-esteem, huge need to be accepted, and then you put a flashlight on that shit, and it's just like I was deer in headlights, and I all of a sudden I became popular. Coming from popular in a community that I probably got picked on a lot. That's how I come from. It's dog eat dog in the hood, and the weak. There's no space for vulnerability or weakness or sensitivity. Not being a black man in the hood, it's all vibrato. You know what I mean? Alpha. That's who survives in my streets. Where I came up in Brooklyn, not a sensitive, soft, boy, which is who I was. You know what I mean? So you take that, and all of a sudden now I'm popular and I'm cool, and that I didn't have the tools to properly digest that, and I thought it was now I'm cool, and like, no, you still the same corny dude you was before this show. Like, no. And when that reality came to the forefront, I was forced to deal with that, and it wasn't very pretty. A lot of drugs, a lot of running from myself. The story is not new. You know what I'm saying? I just decided to grow the fuck up, basically.
So after that, you lost yourself in the streets for a minute, just like...
Yeah, I went into a little drug haze.
Yeah.
I went to a little drug haze of narcotics. Thank God, I was so fortunate to not have that screw this up, because it could have very easily been a different situation, a whole different situation for me. I know it wasn't guaranteed that because I did the wire, I was going to be sitting there talking to you today.
For real.
I could have been a lot of other places
really.
based on what I was doing,
Yeah.
and so I'm grateful for that.
What helped you get back on the straight and narrow?
Spirituality, one. I had to come to terms with, Mike, you didn't get hit by yourself. Like, you had a lot of prayers. I had family, people depending on me. And I just came so far. I decided that I wanted to seize my moment, and the way I was living, that was not going to happen. I decided I wanted to live, and I had to get real with myself. Some things had to go. Mike, some behavioral patterns had to change. And some people had to go. You know what I mean? And I'm that guy now. So I had to get real. I had to grow up. Basically, it's nothing. It's nothing. I did nothing special. I decided to stop acting like an idiot, stop making excuses for myself to act ignorant, and I decided to value, because I basically got a second chance at life. Being here. I could have been dead several times over doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful. I'm grateful today.
Now, you say when you were coming up, like you originally was a dancer, wasn't you?
Yeah.
So you was doing the dance thing.
Yeah. I can't even. It wasn't even hip hop. So I was a complete and utter hack when it comes to the dance world. You know what I mean? I was the kid that knew all the new dances in the party. I was that kid. That was my way of being cool with the chicks. Mike can't fight, but he sure know how to dance. That was that guy.
What were the big dances in that time?
Oh God, the Running Man.
The Running Man,
I was in that era. All of this. That's it. I was that guy. I wasn't even a good hip hop dancer. Not say even like I couldn't break dance and pop lock. That's a skill I did not possess, and I wasn't trained in any form of dancing.
No.
I just knew how to mimic you.
Exactly.
I can find a step that can make me look like I could do what you do, but in all actuality, I could not never really do what any real dancer could do. I was a hack, but I got lucky. I got real lucky, and I got work. Most of my I did commercial dance. I danced for artists, recording artists, and toured and did that thing. And my two biggest tours were Crystal Waters.
Wow.
When she had 100% Pure Love. Like we came to London and did Top of the Pops.
Yeah, big,
I did what's it, Ministry of Sound, Heaven.
Yeah.
We formed all those clubs, you know. And then I came back again with Yaki K Technotronics, you know, pump up the jam.
You ain't
I was that guy.
Oh,
I was that guy. You know what I mean? So,
oh my days. Seriously. You on tour like that? Oh my days.
You know, I did a little stint with Genuine when he had Pony out. My last tour, was Maya with Maya Harris. Remember when she was with Drew Hill?
Yes.
That was my last tour before I started acting. But the light bulb, how I transitioned from dancing to acting happened actually on the set of music videos, you know, where, shortly after I got cut in my face, I was immediately being asked to portray these like vignettes in music videos. Like, yo, Michael, will you just stand over here and shake this dice? And I was like, what, like this? Michael, you just hold this gun. I mean, what? Like this? So I became that guy in the music video. And it was, like 20, 30, 50, I don't know how many videos later, I'm working with Madonna, in her video, Secret, off the Bedtime Story. And I'm working with George Michael, God bless the dead, on his Killer, Papa Was a Rolling Stone video, it's just like, these Taylor Dane videos, but, Babyface videos, this quality, like music videos back in them days. And I was like, wait a minute, something's happening here. And the light bulb went off again. And I was like, maybe I could parlay this into acting. And, long story short, but that was the seed. The seed got planted from that.
Do you think that the scar just suddenly portrayed you as that bad guy, that gangster? And then from there...
Well, it definitely didn't hurt Tim, I'll tell you that much. The pretty boy thing was pretty much gone by the time this happened. My chances of being perceived as a pretty boy was gone. It was over when this shit happened. So, I became that thug real quick.
That thug, and there was a need for that thug. But then obviously, take nothing away, you stepped up and, and played that thug like Omar to the highest level.
What had happened was... I got real bored with being called the guy with the scar on the face. That shit got old for me real quick. Because one, I wasn't ready. I know I was just fronting. Number one, I know I was like, and it just got boring. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, Mike. So one or two things are gonna happen. This is either they're gonna. If you getting bored with being called the guy with the scar on his face,
right.
If you already bored with it, I get about 5 more minutes, but they start being like, all right, over him. That's number one. And number two, I knew it wasn't me. What they was. So I said, I got to find something that's going to sustain this. So when they see me, it's got to come from somewhere else, a deeper place. And that's when I got introduced to the off-Broadway theater world of New York City, like, La Mama Theater, down in Lower East Side, or National Black Theater up in Harlem. Those are my first 2 plays I ever did in my life. And then I got with a theater company, Theater for a New Generation. It is still being run by Mel Williams. And when so I got that training, if you will, about the craft and how to create a character and how to properly create a character how it worked for me. I found the process to create characters that worked for me. Long story short, and that's when the Omar started. That's how I attracted that job. You know what I mean? So it was less about this.
Yeah, and it was you.
Yeah. Well, it was a combination of things. But,
wow, man. So a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, definitely.
Seriously, at the time, it wouldn't have been perceived as that.
Yes, sir.
At the time, it would have been like a...
But this is, kind of like why, I don't take things for granted because you say it could be anywhere. I could have been 1,000 other places, and a lot of the things that got me through, like you asked me earlier, it wasn't just my faith in God and, or me finding the arts. Yes, those 2 things were great, but I found my voice. I found my voice in hip hop. Like, I found that, wait a minute, what I do, coming from the music video world, it gave me identity. I found identity in this culture of hip hop. I coined myself the hip hop actor. You know what I mean? And you know, a lot of what I do involves music, how I create my characters, you know, and hip hop is a prime ingredient in how I come to the truth, how I find my characters, all from all kinds of hip hop, but at its core is always that is the struggle. It is the hip hop struggle is what fuels my characters, you know. And so, you know, I come here to London now, you know, and like, you know, I'm finding this like a rebirth of hip hop happening here in the streets of London, and it's a beautiful thing. You know, I'm new to it. You know what I mean? I just, for all that, I'm quite sure this has been happening for some time now. But you know, I'm particularly inspired by the young artists coming out of South London, specifically Croydon, I believe. You know, these young artists like Stormzy,
Yeah.
Dave,
Yeah.
with Nadia
Krypton
Rose,
Conan,
Krypton Conan.
Yeah.
You know these young brothers, man. They giving me that Kendrick Lamar type of, you know, like that Nas, that early Jigga, that I'm hearing that fruits of that, you know, that Biggie, that first, you know, like Pac, young Pac. I'm hearing a lot of that hunger, you know, even taking it back even further, man. Like some of these artists, these young brothers I hear coming out of Croydon, man, they kind of give me that African Bambaataa, you know, Grandmaster Flash, you know, like it's that type of the narratives that's coming out of their music. It represents the struggle of their community and what they're going through right now with the knife violence and everything, and it's real and it's raw. And it's thought provoking and it's inspiring. And I've been listening to a lot of the music, you know, and how I got introduced to it was through my brother, man, Denzel Howell, and he started a program called, you know, Foundation for Life, you know, F4L, you know, and where he and his partner, you know, they cultivate young artists from the streets, and you know it's a life coaching skill. They get these young brothers and sisters, you know, from the hood, and give them a safe environment to cultivate their talents. You know, they get life coaching skills about how to conduct, how to, you know, speak, whatever is ailing a young individual in their community. They can come to this organization and get counseled in that area, and also be given tools to create art, you know, and because most of them, you know, love music and things of that nature. So it's an artistically based program set right there in the community, and so I'm always being, you know, we go to their you know, I'm an ambassador for the organization, and you know, I'm not here a lot, but I was blessed 2 years ago to be invited to. That's how I found out about the program. I got invited to their talent show, and you know, I went to just I'm just gonna say a few kind words, and you know, I got a pub or two to hit, you know what I mean, and I ended up like being the last one out, you know, because these kids, it was just so much, and it was colorless. It was a colorless room. You had every nationality of on that stage and every age. You know, from young people, I'm saying young people down, you know, and it was just, I left feeling so inspired and so connected. I saw myself up there in these young people, and I just like the rawness that's coming out of London. I love where the hip hop culture that started in my community many moons ago has crossed here, and the what it was built on, like, 'cause there's a lot, hip hop is taking on a lot of different faces. You know, for whatever reasons, but you know, it's a successful running business now, complete with business-minded agendas, and sometimes the art can get lost, or the reason for making the art can get lost or diluted. You know, with all the different branding and things, and people make the art of hip hop now for, you know, various reasons. It's not just to be a voice for the people. You know what I mean? And that's okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you got to eat, you know what I mean? But I just love the fact that, you know, right here in London, you know, I see a resurgence in the, you know, being a voice for the community, which is what I believe the forefathers of hip hop intended it to be. Which Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5. Don't push me because I'm close to the edge, and it's really good to see them, cultivate. I gotta tell you, I gotta give you a funny story, right? So I was in Harrods one day, man, and I was shopping, and about 7 of these little young brothers ran down on me. I mean, hard, right? It was to the point where security came out. I was like, so, man, we talking, we dapping up, whoop-de-woo, and then like, one of them, I was like, yo, something said, exchange information, right? So boom, boom, me and the kid exchange information. I said, yo, come by the room. I want to see what y'all into, right? So they came by the room. My cousin was like, Mike, you sure? I was like, man, these my little brothers, man. We good, bro. They came, and two of them came, presented me with a bottle of champagne at the door. Yo, it's for you. Just want to say, boom, boom, boom. Class. I was like, oh, we start talking. And so I said, it was Friday night. I said, man, take me out, man. Let's go to a little spot. Let's see what's popping in your city tonight. Let's take me out, right? So I see them at the window. They like on the phone. They, like giggling to themselves. I said, what y'all looking at? They said, oh no, we just put our video up on World Star, YouTube, whatever. And it's a couple of hours ago. It's already at like 100,000 hits. I said, let me see the video, right? Yo, I couldn't believe that it was a well-directed video. They got Harrods to let them shoot a scene in Harrods, and designer. F1.
Yeah, F1, man.
Like it's like and I was like, they're my little brothers now.
Yeah, they're real dudes, man.
They're real dudes, man. Yeah, them little brothers, Bugsy and them.
Yeah.
I respect their hustle, and I like that.
I
can't run that fast. You know what I mean?
And that's a whole record. That design is crazy,
bro. So catch it, right? So when they got to the part designer whatever Valentino Margiela, yes. I'm like, yo, I swear to you on everything I love, right? That day I bought a sweatpants, a jogger, and a sweatshirt. The jogger was Margiela. The sweatshirt was Valentino, money, right? So I'm like, are you? I said, what are the odds that you? So I said, yo, everybody put their coat on. We going outside, and we ran across the street to the BBC bus. And I said, yo, we gonna shoot a video. Yo, put Omar on your video, bro. And we did a scene. We walking across the street like we doing Westminster, like the classic Beatles thing. Designer. You know what I mean? And I mean, so I'm really soaking up the energy with the young people, the young brothers out here, man. I've been running into, and it's been a lot of. I see so much potential in these streets, and a lot of artistic energy, and I'm just absorbing it right now. I'm loving it.
Loving it, man.
Loving it. Shout out to London town.
All day, baby. Now you're over here for the Star Wars movie. What's the story with that Han Solo? What's the deal, man? And
That's the deal. I'm over here shooting the Star Wars movie, the Han Solo.
Is it crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is it crazy?
It's crazy.
Over at Pinewoods?
You're going to get me in trouble.
Oh, for real? Is it like that? Is it special, man?
It's honestly, though, it's again, I'm humbled, man. I was just, what are the odds? I was just here, this is 2 years ago, shooting Assassin's Creed with Michael Fassbender, Marion Cotillard, and the great, Jeremy Irons. And I'm just a nappy-headed kid from Brooklyn. I still run with that, so it keeps me humble, I guess. But I'm like, what are the odds? My black ass, 2 years in a row doing these two big movies out here in this beautiful city. So I'm really soaking it up right now, man. It's a blessing. I'm grateful, soaking it up.
And your position in the movie strong. Doing some good things in there.
I'm having a ball.
Seriously,
I'm having a ball. It's a great cast. It's a great. I'm around some really.
Any laser fights or?
You're gonna really make me kill you. I could tell you, but I would have to kill you, Tim. And the people need you. Don't make me hurt you. Don't make you disappear.
Looking forward.
You know how this go, bro. Fucking Star Wars. He's crazy. He gonna want me to kill you with this motherfucker.
Darth Vader, baby. Now, what is next, James Bond? What's your feeling?
Man, no, but it'll be good to see my brother Idris Elba get a shot at that. I think he would be a damn good Bond. I think he'd do the brand well. It'd be good to see that happen. I love the franchise. I think I don't think I can handle. Move on. That's a tall order.
Now,
tall order.
Big up Jimmy Henchman.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good
sir.
people.
That's
now,
my brother.
Yeah, for real, man. Yeah. He used to look after you back in the day. And
he still does. He still does. Yeah,
man.
Yeah, Jimmy still looks out for me in more ways than one. That's my brother for life. Yeah, that's what brothers do, right? We look out for each other. Yeah, you know, he's a strong individual, and we just keep him uplifted in prayer, and yeah, man, he's still making a lot of moves for me, even from his situation.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Respect that to the max, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the UK, man. I see you getting turned up. See you doing the Brooklyn Zoo, man. You remind me of Wu-Tang. You remind me of Wu-Tang. You remind me of Wu-Tang, man.
Man, you know what, man? Mike Page got me so hype because really he bodied me. Yeah, I mean, yo, you didn't see his video when he did "It's Bigger Than Hip Hop, Hip Hop." You only see that. Yo, Mike Page, in his other career, when he's done being a champion boxer, he got a shot at spitting. That boy could spit. I forgot it was that. I thought it was his wrestler. Is that? Wait a minute. I was like, wait, this is a boxer. He killed. His performance bodied mine. Yeah, because I fumbled.
What was that? Drunken fumble?
No, I didn't drunken fumble. Because you can't mumble, you can't crumble, and you can't drunken stumble. I didn't crumble, I didn't drunken stumble, but I did mumble.
But Brooklyn Zoo is a mumble, baby.
Shout out to ODB.
That must have brought it back for you, man.
It really did. Yeah. We came this close to portraying him in a film, but it didn't work out. So that was some of the research. I was trying to access my memory from some of the research I was doing when I was prepping for the character.
Yeah. Oh, I think you'd make a great old Dirty.
I think I would have too when I was younger.
He was amazing, man.
He was really awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I got to know the other persona, but people didn't really get to see hit the private side. I got a glimpse into who he was when the cameras weren't rolling, and obviously he was in a lot of pain, a lot of personal pain. He had a lot of things he was dealing with mentally and emotionally that I think at one point what he was worth became worth more to people than his life. It's just like I think mixed with he was a very headstrong person, did what he wanted to do. It was just man, it's unfortunate, but God got the plan, right? You can't say well, I think he should still be alive or if this would have happened, but it's just when you hear the backstory of how he wasn't like he wanted to live. I believe that was an unfortunate accident. I don't think he was deliberately trying to just go out with a hazer, whatever the hell they found this system. I don't know, but I believe at the end of the day he had big dreams and he had big hopes, and he wanted to see them through. And I think he wanted to be here with his kids, see his family, and grow. He was young. He was young. People forget that he was still, in his 30s. You know what I'm saying?
Really.
He was young 30s. He was young. A lot of living to do.
For real, man. And and he'd just been in prison. I think they'd put him on some prison drugs as well.
He got. It's some things. It was just. He was in a lot of pain. That I will just leave it at that. He fought the good fight.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So you've been in London for a month.
Yeah, man. And it's the weather is just beautiful, man. I haven't had a lot of time to really get out and soak it up. I got out to the hip hop brunch yesterday, day before yesterday. But it's been this time in London has been really beautiful, man. Really beautiful.
Yeah, man. Yo, my brother, really good linking with you,
Respect,
man.
brother.
Really good
Thank you.
Man.
Thank you so much. Sir.
Yo, thanks for watching Tim Westwood TV. Now, here's a couple of suggestions of videos I know that you'll love. And thanks for all the comments. We pay attention. And don't forget to subscribe. That's right, baby. Tim Westwood TV, over 500,000 subscribers. Understand how it's going down.